No, I did see a mama with two babies once, and I was let me know if this gets glitchy at all. And I was driving in my car. But this was up at my girlfriend's house, and oh my God, there were three babies, and she was teaching them how to get into bird feeders. Bad mom.
I was almost reaching it. That was
I
crazy. The 2 feet, like I was like, wow.
Oh my God. And you can't really see, but one of the bears, the one that was reaching, he was black.
Yeah.
Black, dark brown. And the other two were really light brown. It was so cute.
Oh, I also just had my coffee. I had coffee with protein milk. Is that a thing
How'd that
in?
work?
Is that a thing in?
Oh God. Yeah.
US?
My grandson's mom, she loves that.
Oh, okay.
That's her big thing.
I was thinking of how to get more protein in my daily thing, and this showed up on my feed. That was the first thing that showed up. That someone was like, "Hey, just have this protein milk," and I have my coffee with it. And the coffee, I brewed the coffee, and that was not good from the start. So the coffee in itself was not that great. But when I added that and added some sugar, then it was all fine. But yeah, I'm so full now.
Are you vegetarian?
No, no, I'm not vegetarian.
Chicken breast especially, but chicken and tuna are ridiculously high in protein, like crazy high in protein.
I really
all
like
meat is all meat is, but chicken and tuna are the highest.
Oh, okay. I don't think I can eat chicken every day, though I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um, so that definitely that's there. And there's this Indian cheese,
Yeah.
which is basically you take milk and you boil it and you curdle it. You maybe add some lemon or vinegar, and then it becomes a bit like cheese. And Indians love making dishes with that, and that's like the vegetarian option.
Yeah.
Uh, and so we have a lot of that. It's called paneer.
Yeah.
Some really loves it. I really like chicken. Indians really like chicken. Because in India you can't beef is not that common.
That's what
Because,
you said.
yes, because cow is holy in Hindu religion, so you can't. I wouldn't say it's restricted in the sense that it's illegal, but
Yeah.
it's hard to come across. You have to really go to good fine dine restaurants to find good beef, good steak, and even what is it called? Pig bacon is not so common because there are a lot of Muslims in India as well, and
Ah.
they don't have pig. Pig is considered dirty. So so India has Hindus and Muslims, and then chicken is like the common place. Like, okay, chicken is the meat that we all agree on. So you have
Pig is considered delicious.
Oh yeah, Germans love pig. I enjoy it so much now. I like it more than chicken. It has more flavor than chicken, I think. Like chicken itself has I mean, it's not
Well,
that flavorful.
yeah, white meat chicken, yeah, is pretty much. That's what cracks me up is when everybody's like, "Oh, this tastes like chicken." I'm like, "Chicken is the same taste, but turkey." Now, turkey has a true flavor. I mean, especially the dark meat. That's very flavorful.
Okay. Yeah, turkey is also hard to come by. I mean, we
Well,
will
yeah,
have some people would have turkey.
I don't know that I've ever seen a video of a turkey in India. I've ever seen a turkey in India.
So, like it, and we have all these curries and these sauces. The chicken you have, right? So if I can imagine if someone comes across turkey, they would make it the same way. It would become a turkey sauce curry dish.
No, actually, well, I mean, over here,
In
turkey.
India, if someone gets their
Oh,
hands on turkey, that's how they would make it.
and I'm wondering if that would taste weird
Yeah.
because it doesn't taste anything like chicken. Nothing like chicken. It's got its own very delicious flavor.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to having more meat in Germany, and I just my desire to come to the US is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like more I talk to you with FIFA and not just FIFA
Oh,
but in general. It's just like Oh
The
my
FIFA
God.
people and their and the whole Texas and all the meat and all,
Yes.
that was the best thing I mean that had to be the just hugely life changing all the way around.
Mhm.
You know, that definitely more than anything felt like even more than COVID, it felt like a shift off of this earth to another earth.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just was like so crazy and awesome
Yeah.
and hilarious.
Oh, I love. I've just had a different setup now. I've put you up on a big screen. My camera is here. My
I
laptop is
know.
here. That's why I keep looking up, and
Well,
it's just
you're used to me doing that because the camera's over here, but you're over there.
and you're outside, and I can see the trees and the sun, and it's so pleasant to look at. It's so beautiful. Love
Oh,
that.
Sanjay
I
was
hope. Yeah.
out
Go ahead.
here, just sitting out here is, you know, that video of Bashar that I sent you where he's like, you know, you raise your energy to the trees. I'm like, I love that. First off, I loved it. It really got me just to kind of go, oh, this is why I'm so in my element here. But I was like going, I wouldn't say raise up. I would just
Mhm.
say shift to a different energy, you know, much more calm.
Yes, grounded,
Yeah.
more like
Oh, very
what.
good. Yeah. And they
It,
just,
and it doesn't take any effort. You don't have to,
yeah.
rise to any vibration. You just are there, and you just like, ah, it just feels beautiful.
Yes. Yes. No raising up. I know. This is just so, and it cracks me up that next week when I go to Tahoe, um, I'm just going from this to this.
I love that. I feel inspired to go to this park now tomorrow. We have this central park in the city, which has these really old trees, huge big
Oh,
trees, and they're huge. They have like huge canopies, and you just sit under them, and it's like the park for the city where people are maybe reading books, knitting, painting, or just laying around or playing, whatever. I really, really like that. Yeah.
that's so
I
funny.
get
You know, last weekend we had the 4th of July, and
mm,
it was our 250th birthday, separating from England. Yay!
I know that. That's so
Yeah.
cute. Wow.
And so we had our
Mm.
parade, our fun little things, and I set up a booth this time, and I did
Oh
massaging.
yeah, how was
Uh,
that?
it was really good. I only had 3 people, 4 people. I only had 4 people, but one of the ladies, the very first one, she was just so sweet, and so she's our campground up here. She's the host for it.
Okay.
This is her first, and so we enjoyed talking, but what I realized was I don't ever want to do it again just because it was so
Mhm.
physically taxing. I only had 4 people, but it was just, oh man, I came out of it going, it wasn't worth the money.
Uh-huh.
I was
Okay.
so I was so sore. But I got, I love meeting people and chatting with people and all of that. So Monday I put up on Marketplace the chair, the massage, and this girl, this lady, she reaches out to me immediately. She goes, "Is this a chair I was in?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, I want it now." And I'm like, God, it was just so easy, so fast. It was just like she didn't even care how much it cost, nothing. She was just like, I want it now. And she wants to do this now. She wants to, because she nomads, has her motor home, and she nomads around the United States. So in the off season when she's not hosting campgrounds, they have these areas where they all kind of get together and hang out. And she goes, I could tickle people's backs, I could do this, I could do that. I'm like, girl,
So
there you go.
wow, that's so nice. I love that you wanted to do that and you had your experience, you enjoyed it, and you were like, I'm done with it. And like you had your share of it, and you're like, I'm done with it. And then the right person was right there who was like, I'm gonna take it forward from here.
Yes, right. And she was my first person, and it was just so cool. And she reached out immediately. And I was just like going, this is what I felt the desire to do it because I just was like I was saying, energy was getting stagnant around here. I need to move. I need to get out and see people, and it was just this huge flow of energy. It was so funny. I loved it.
Nice. So nice. I really enjoyed listening to your interview with Caroline as well.
Oh
But
yeah.
I got the part that you mentioned where she lit up about pushing people beyond something or being bold or something. And I don't know what it was, but she was, on a roll. And then she's like, yeah, okay, sorry, or whatever. And you're like, no, keep going. And I was like, why is she saying sorry? I was like, oh, don't say sorry. I didn't expect that from her though. I was like, wait, why is she saying sorry?
I know. She doesn't give off the vibe at all
Yeah.
that she would do that. And so yeah, I was like, bring out
We
your
ramble to each other and we're like, wait, I'm just rambling, sorry. And the other person like, no, this is gold. Keep going, right?
shadow. I know. And I one of the parts where she first time I got to see her smile was manifestation, when she started talking about manifestation. And I was just like, yes, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love her more thing. It's more
Yeah.
you. And I love that. But I yeah, she's definitely talking to herself, when she's talking about the more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I found it so inspiring that she said she's 55, you said you're 60, and you're like, we're still figuring it out. It's not like it's not something that you get done with. Like you keep talking about your nomad trip, right? Like at the end of it, you were expecting, okay, now roll the credits, it's done. But
exactly.
you're always on to something more. I think the more will never stop, right?
Yeah.
There's always gonna be more.
Ooh, I love that. I love that thinking about it too, because that breaks it's not just more you, it's more this, more world, more life. There we go. There's the word. More life. Just more life. God,
Yeah.
that's why yesterday, that saying I have where I'm like, there is no afterlife because there was no before life. There's only this life. That's what I'm talking about, is this more and more and more of this life. Yeah.
I love that. Just thinking about that. It's so fun.
Mm.
When I was with my parents, I had a great time, but then there was such a weird conflict within myself that this more that I am was trying to fit in there, and
Ooh.
said that you escaped that or you moved on from that, and that because I could see if I were to continue staying there, I would want things to change. And that part of me was already like, let's change this, let's do all of that. And, as I said, I was doing things that was not expected out of me, but I started doing things. And when I came here, there was a little bit sadness that, okay, that trip came to an end. I had a very good time as well, very comforting, very nice time as well. But then here just feels like me, like the more expanded version of me, just like easier, and then there's more. So yeah, that was very interesting, that there was a closure as well of some sort, that I think it's always there. I feel like every time I go there, there's some part of me that I say, like, okay, this is not that stage for me to play at anymore. I have a different stage to play at, I have a different place to play at, or I don't
Wow.
know.
I wonder if you were grieving.
Ooh, yeah, I was. I totally was. There's one day I cried. My period was due the next day, but I just cried.
Permission slip there.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. And I was just, what was that? It was a very, very strong visceral feeling. Okay, just a little context. Something in my family happened in that situation, which reminded me of something that used to keep happening. It was a thing that happened again. It was nothing major, but there was a part of me was like, oh, this happened again. And that version of me, the more version of me that was trying to fit in there, was like, okay, how can we change this? How can we manifest it being different? And I remember just saying that this happened again. This pattern repeated itself again. And the person that I am now here has realized when something happens again and again with someone else, it's kind of time to let go of them because they will not change, right? That's who they are. They won't change,
Yeah.
and you can't really like be like, okay, what else is the solution? How else can I make it easier? How else can I like I've had with other people, like maybe with the house help that was working and they had the same pattern and I tried to figure out a workaround, but it didn't. And then I had to let go. I was like, okay, this person's not gonna change. So I just have to take it at that. And when this happened with some of the thoughts with the family pattern, I was like, ooh, this is not gonna change. This is how it is. So I have to let go of that. I cried so much. I tried to explain it to the pharmacist, and he's like, "Yeah, you don't have to let go of it. It's fine." But it was not that I'm letting go of the person or my family or that situation. It's just like I'm not
You're
that.
letting go of that version of you.
Yes, yes.
That's what you're grieving. Yeah.
And I was totally grieving. I was just like crying. I was just about to go to sleep, but I had the moment I said that this happened again, and then I realized that the new version of me, once she says that, she lets go of something, and I was like, oh shit, this just happened with my family. And I was like, oh, this is how I let go. That was sad, but
Ah,
also like, okay, I get it now. That just makes sense.
oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm thinking of all the different, and some of them, it was so easy and it was so obvious because you're like moving, like
Mm-hmm.
you're moving out of that house and going there. And some of them, yeah, it's so easy. You want to take that version with you, but
Mm-hmm.
it hurt.
It's so crazy because so my dad had this job in the army, and we kept moving every 3 years, every 2 years, and then it's physically it makes you detached from a place. And the thing about it is, in that same house, in that same city, someone else lives there right now. Like the entire it's just it's another army area, and all the people who are currently posted there, it's a whole new set of people. So it's like going back to college, and you won't have the same feeling, right? It's not the same
Yeah.
people, it's not the same teachers, it won't be the same thing,
True.
right?
Yeah.
and,
Yes.
and so if you physically cannot go back to that and be like, oh, this is my home. But with my parents and that house, it's still there. So it feels like physically you can go back to that place, but that place doesn't exist anymore. Oh my God. A little bit mind flipping for me. Like, okay, it's like one of those, postings that we had, that place doesn't exist anymore. Um,
I
yeah.
mean, trying to make it.
Yeah, you keep trying to be like, okay, how can I make it something? So anyway, so that was
Oh
that was really
my God.
interesting.
Yeah. God, yes. Yeah. I mean, I think about when I go back to the old places where I used to live when my son was little or whatever. And, like, God, 11 years in this spot or whatever, and 9 years over in this house.
Yes.
Or 16, and it's like there's so much in there, but you go there and none of that energy is there anymore. All that you like feeling around mentally for all of that, and it's like it's not there, it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a totally different, somebody else is there having their experiences. Yeah, the house is there. Yeah, oh, I love that tree,
Yes. That's
what's weird, we lived when I was little, we lived in a place called Carmel.
hmm
Yeah, it's Northern California. And we lived in the most beautiful house. It was so special. It had the unbelievable huge garden. It was just like, now I was little, so I didn't appreciate this.
yes.
But years later, my sister went back there to see, and it was called the Yellow Rose. It was just the house, the property, everything. She went back there. The house is gone, and there's an apartment building where it was. The garden, all that's gone. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine that letdown, that grief. Yeah, it would just be like, no.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Glad that was me.
Wow. Yeah.
That would like coming back here after years and finding an apartment building here where this house was, and all the trees gone. Oh my God. Yeah, no. um, and it's funny because I was talking with the owner when he had told me he was going to sell this place. And he was saying, he goes, if I ever do sell it, he goes, I'll never come back. He goes, I don't want to see what they would do to the place. And I'm like, me too. I don't want to see somebody destroy this, because the amount of money and what it takes to keep this place up is just nobody up here does this.
Mhm. So do you think it's like a alternate reality that we lived in? Like if it's like something that maybe we can't have access to just in our memories, or maybe we can think about it and access it, but what we are living right now, this house, this moment, is, I don't know, it's so unique. It's
Well,
so,
and you go to we're brand new in every moment. I mean, God, every moment we're brand new.
Mhm.
So is it just a manifestation that we're creating right now to have? And it comes with memories. Like I said, those states, right? And the states come with all these manifestations built in, memories, people, a whole town or whatever.
Yes, the whole mountain. Or,
Yeah. And it's not, that doesn't, it doesn't make it less real or anything. It's just how we do things.
yeah.
Yeah, you get into the state of that Sanjala. You tried to go into the state of her and it didn't work.
Yeah. Again, it was like putting toothpaste back into the tube, trying to do that. It's like just too messy, not working. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think of places like that as well. When we had just moved to this city, it was very different from when we were staying in the hotel, and the area around it. It was a very different place, and now the place is very different. And we're not very far from where the hotel was. It's like maybe 15 minutes away, but it feels like I'm in a different city now. 2 years later, I'm in a different place, and I just think like it's like almost like you have a stage and you just put up a different curtain and you put up different
Yes.
props, right? And you
Yeah.
are just making it different. Because I just had the realization there's so much in this world that I've not seen. Like there was a reel that I watched of someone who's just flying over the Amazon forest and was just explaining how huge that is. And I was like, I have never seen that. I have no idea about that place, and can't imagine how big it is. And I feel like, okay, I know this world, I know this corner, I know this location, this store here, these things, but it's just all, I don't know. It's so dynamic, and we can just make it change and move around, and it's crazy.
It really is, when you like what you're doing right now, where you sit with it and you really try and wrap your mind, or you get in it and you really start seeing those nuances where you're like, oh my God, wow. Yeah. Girl, I had this happen. Oh, you just reminded me. The other night, I love the warm weather, but I can't sleep for shit. Um, and I'm laying there, and I'm just laying there, and I had this. It's like when you're meditating and you just have this powerful aha, but it was an experience. It was like I was out in the universe, but as like you were saying, I was just seeing a little bit, but I could feel how much, and this happened in a nanosecond, how much more expansive is beyond what I'm seeing. It was like I was seeing a nebula, and I was just looking at the colors, but in that instant, I could feel how infinite everything is beyond that nebula I was looking at. And I could feel it viscerally. Like I knew in that instant just how unending what infinite really feels like. And then it was gone, right? And I'm like, wait, chew on that. Wait, I need to examine that. But it was just like, wow. And I've had things similar to this, but this was bigger than any of them. And it was just so brief. And I hate that it was so brief, but and I was just like, okay, this is just, it's so bigger than what I'm looking at. It's, I mean, like the vastness, there's no word, colossal, none of those words touch it. It was a feeling. It wasn't a seeing. It was this feeling, knowing. And I've never felt anything like that before. I've never had an experience of a feeling like that where there's information in the feeling, a knowing, I don't know, identity within the feeling. It was just so crazy. It was so crazy. And I was just like, oh, come back. I want to do that again. I want to ride that ride again.
Because that's so huge. That's so big, right?
Mm.
And then you get an idea. I think one of the posts that you recently shared about Abraham Hicks and how they say that the first instinct is to laugh because we are making it
Yeah.
all so serious. Because when you look at that thing and we realize we're just focusing on this thing and
I
why,
know.
why is this? I want whatever to work out, but actually we are this.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's so funny because yesterday I did 3 videos pretty much on everything we're talking about right now. It's funny how that always happens.
Mhm.
And I ended up deleting them all because there's just, it's okay. I've already said all that. It's like you going back, I've already said all that. And I'm just repeating myself thinking, oh, well, there's somebody new who doesn't know the way I think. And it's like, no, if I'm going to be unapologetic, I gotta just go. I gotta fly.
Yeah.
And either you figure it out or you don't.
Yeah.
And so I just deleted them, and it wasn't bad because it was just like there's just this, no, not quite. It's like you're trying to make something to eat. And it's like, no, we gotta add a little some more or take some out of there or whatever. Yeah.
I'm thinking of posting this video now. Our conversation. Just
Oh,
just put it up on my YouTube channel. Like,
you know what? And you figure 8 billion people out there. And if just one watches and goes, oh,
I swear. And there's some comments that come through of people who just passed by our videos, or one of my videos, and they're just like, wow, this is so brilliant, this is amazing. And I have no idea who they are. I don't know which part of the world they are from. And they
yeah,
just got something out of it. And that's such a fun thing that it clicked for someone. Because I really feel that this perspective is so, I believe it's too unique, it's too unrealistic that it might not click with people, because you can always come at with arguments. No, that's not true, or whatever. This is how I see it. But I think it's like different people have different ways of looking at life, and this is the way that this is my lens and your lens. It's also different, but we meet somewhere. We meet somewhere, and then we have these beautiful conversations. And I think it's just a beautiful creation to put out there, like a painting. And if
yeah.
you like it, if you watch it, if you get inspired by it, or you have some questions, in your mind, I think it is still valuable. I think it is not just still valuable; it is very valuable, I think.
And what
Um,
I have to remind myself is that they manifested me saying,
mm, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah, somewhere in them, they're like, okay, I'm ready for bigger, more, not a repeat. Yeah.
yeah. I want to do it for myself as well, because it feels
I
like
think,
fun. Like it's so fun talking to you about like just this, and it's so expansive and so exciting, and just like thinking about, okay, how do we create places, and like how are we manifesting places, for example. Like it's such a
yeah,
fascinating thing. I really feel it every time I'm flying somewhere. Firstly, the experience of flying, it's so fun. You are out there, it's like no strings attached. You don't have any strings attached to the place you left, to the place you're going to. You're just out there hovering in midair. And I really enjoy that. And I believe that you're kind of manifesting while you're in there, or when you look forward to something. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. You kind of create that, right? In some way, you're creating that world. And
Here, it comes back to that brand new in every moment, brand new. There's no possible way to, well, that I'm aware of, and this feels real. There's no possible way to go into this next new brand new moment and know what's there. And I think that there's a key in there. There's a powerful aha in that.
Mhm.
And because it's this combination of being this person sitting here and everything's swirling around you, all the realities and this image of time and space going by you, and you're sitting here in the very center of no time, no space, and just having this experience and watching these things and viscerally feeling them and being engaged and not being engaged, and it's just like so much, and you're that all the time, all the time,
Yes.
all the time. You can't be anything else other than that. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I need to slow this down and look at it. But it's, yeah, there's just this constant brand new, fresh, 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 fresh. And I think that's your, almost like your lifeblood. That's just you. And it's so, and part of feeling time and experiencing space is part of it. It's not separate from it. It's not, oh, that's the less version of me. It's not that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all part of this life.
Mm-hmm.
Life. Ugh, it gets me excited.
Yes, I'm thinking the same. It's for you can choose to not play with time, and that's also a fun thing to play with. You can choose to play with, okay, there's no time, there's no past, or there's no future, there's no night or morning or whatever, because it's so true. It's daytime there. it's
Yeah,
it's it's
right.
8:30 p.m. Yeah, like what are you doing? We're right here in this moment. You're in the US, I'm in India, but no, we're together in this moment. We're like, we are in the same place, we're in the same time, right?
I know. And I'm like watching the clock behind you going, oh, it's 30 minutes prior before that right now.
Yes. So we can
I know.
play. It's
You know
crazy.
what? I think, and especially if I think about it, we don't really play in time that much. I mean, because how many times of the day are you like, oh, what time is it? Or, most of the time, that's a nanosecond of your day. Oh, okay, that's what time it is. Now you're doing 100,000 other things.
Yes.
So
The
you
moment
really,
I do time, it just becomes a bit murky, because then I'm just like, oh, it's this time and I should be doing whatever, or this is gonna happen or whatever. Like the moment I start playing with it, or not playing, when I just notice it, oh, I am supposed to do something at this time, then it gets messy. But when I'm just flowing, and then as maybe I notice it that, oh, it's only whatever, 2, it's only 10, um, then it's more fun, I guess.
and all the times that time slows down or time speeds up. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had some experiences where you do a quantum jump. You're like, wait a minute, it should be 9 o'clock and it's only 7. That
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense
Yeah.
because I just drove this amount of space and that takes 3 hours to drive that space. And I just did it an hour and a half. How did that happen? That doesn't happen. And it's like, we do that all the time. But when you're aware that you do that, when you're like, wait a minute, what the hell?
I
Oh,
just,
chickadee.
oh, it's so cute.
Hi, Betty. Oh, you would love the chickadees. They are you. Chickadees are you. They're
Mhm.
definitely you. They're these little things and they're just social, happy, just they are so fun. I've never associated you with a chickadee. They're my favorite bird. And they are so you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna come someday for sure.
Mm.
Played with right now. I was just thinking about. I just played with weather as well. I mentioned this to you before when there was a time when I was traveling a lot from one place to the other, and it was cold somewhere, and it was warm somewhere. I was at the beach in the desert, and the time zones are different, and the weather is different. So even right now, where my parents stay, it's quite up in the north, and where we stay now in Bangalore is south. And Bangalore is unique in the way that it's a bit unique in the sense that it's a little bit high, it has higher altitude, so it
Yeah.
stays cooler.
Oh,
And the rest of the north of India and even the south of India is quite warm now. It's like proper summer. And where my parents stay is humid right now. It's so humid, you cannot live without an air conditioner. And I was just so shocked at how much you need an air conditioner. And I used to need it. Like that was normal for me. And now it's just like we are sleeping in the air conditioner, wake up in the morning, you get some breakfast for yourself, but by the time you've cooked your eggs, it's so hot you need the air conditioner again. So yeah, I'm just like, wow, what is this weather? And now I've come here and it's like I'm in a full sleeve thing. I don't need the fan or anything. It's really cool here. And it's such a crazy shift. It's still the same month and it's still I just like from one day to another, I've just shifted the weather as well. So
yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, and you probably wanted that. You
Yes,
were,
I
yeah.
was complaining about it. Manifested rain there as well. I was like, it's gonna rain. And they were like, this doesn't show that it will rain, but it started to rain and now it's raining there.
That
So
was rain, man. That was some gnarly rain. I love that rain. I want that.
yes, it was
I want that. Where-
gonna have that.
I'm
We're gonna
ready.
have gonna get cool. Yeah. So
Well, that's like next week. Next Thursday, I'm leaving to go up to Tahoe again. And I'm a little concerned because they don't want me hiring anybody to water while I'm gone.
oh,
I know. And I'm like going, okay, I have to back off and let go. And oops, there's my alarm. It's 8 o'clock.
is it?
And I just am like, it could rain. Kristen, there's the person that's going to take care of your property. It could rain. Could you just go? Just
Mhm. Yeah.
let go of the version of me that has to worry about this place. Worry. And the thing is this, I don't. When I'm up there, I'm not worried. I'm not thinking about this place. I give a rat's ass about this place.
Mhm.
But it's before I leave.
Yeah.
Before and it's like when I had to evacuate and because of the fire, I was gone for 2 weeks. There was nobody up here watering. And everything was fine. Everything was fine. And it's just like, yeah, just the trees aren't worried. They're not worried. They're okay.
They're having a good time. They're enjoying this.
I know the chickadee who just keeps hopping around here. He's not worried, and it's just like, okay, let it go. Let it go. If something dies, it dies. So what?
Mhm.
It yeah, that feels so good. It feels so good to let go of that version of me, the worry version of me. It feels so fucking good. No matter what I'm worried about,
Yeah.
anything, it's like, oh, let go of
And
that.
take care of it, right? It'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
The moment you let go, I think you manifest the thing that you want, right? The moment you are not fixating on it, you don't care anymore.
Yes. Yes. And it like when I'm sleeping at night, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pouring everything, I'm watering, I'm not worried about anything. And yeah, I I love I love playing there. There's something big here that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm trying to find it, and I can't find it. But this not worrying, this letting go. There's this recently. There's this thing about savor.
Mm-hmm.
Just savoring, taking a moment to just savor, and that's what was when I did that video recently where I'm just sitting in the tub and then I
Yeah.
look at
Yeah.
trees. That
Yeah.
was, and I was just in my my screen, my camera was so dirty. It was so dirty that and it made the video perfect. It made it all soft and the light all perfect and everything. Like going, here it is. Don't worry about the dirty lens. It turned out perfect.
Mhm.
And it was just, but to sit there for a moment and just savor, give myself permission to just savor this thing I wanted so bad for so long, a jacuzzi out in nature.
I love that.
Yeah. And I, 9 years I've had it, but this is the first time I've really been like, okay, just savor. Just it's okay. It's okay to sit here for a moment and just go, ah, look how everything works out. Look how crazy. I don't know how I did this. I don't know how I manifested this. And you think after 60 years I would have figured it out by now. So I've given it, that's another thing. I'm just let go. Don't worry about it. Because I've done every methodology. I've done every method and they don't always work. And I was watching this video. This he's like, if you're getting inconsistent results, it's because you're being inconsistent with your energy. And this is how and I'm like going, oh, turn that off.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, no, that's not true. That's so not true. I mean, it sounds good scientifically. It definitely sounds good. But no, there's too many
Mhm.
times I can be inconsistent with something and have the most amazing result, and vice versa.
Yes.
So
I
yeah.
mean, you can be intentional. You can make declarations if you want. When you feel like, when you come to that space where you're like, I want, this feels good. I want this. I want to do this, or I want to have this. But that's it. That's all. That's not even required.
Yeah.
That's not even required.
Well,
So I
that's like
guess,
the thing. If I tried to force myself to savor that, I ain't gonna feel that.
yeah.
No, it's gonna be like, no, okay, all right. It's like meditation. Oh, I'm supposed to be feeling this. Yeah, how's that work out for you? It was just in the moment. I just happened to have that video showed up, and I went, well, yeah. And I looked up, and there's all the trees going, yeah, feel our energy. Isn't it fun? And it
Yeah.
was just like, oh, there it is. There it is. I didn't do anything for that. That aha, that feeling, that savor, all that.
That
I didn't,
feels so good, right?
yeah.
And it's something I think you've been manifesting for so many years. I've been manifesting for so many years, and the one conclusion that we can always come back to is that we don't know how this works, right? We don't. There is no formula. There is no consistent formula.
That's the common denominator.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. This happened. I did. I mean, I can look back at what I thought, what I did, but I think we are just so loved and we are just so taken care of that we don't need a formula. We don't
Oh,
need to prove
yeah.
anything, right?
Yeah. You just remind me of the videos I deleted yesterday. Oh my God. That's exactly what I was saying, was that we say we're so loved, but it's like, by who? Who's the one that's saying, these are my desires. These are
Mm-hmm.
my wishes. These are the things that just feel so yummy.
Mm-hmm.
That's who loves you so much. That's who loves you so much that they would never bring to you a rapist, uh, injury, a plane crash, whatever. They would never do this to you.
Yeah.
You would never do that. So it was, um, this was, of course, I deleted it, but I shouldn't have. But it's okay. It's okay. I
That's
trust
a
this.
good. Yeah.
But I was saying that these people from the World Cup, they come here and they're like, oh, we were told to experience, people as guns and da 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 da. And all we've experienced is wonderfulness and arms wide open and great food and ranch dressing and all the fun. And I'm like, of fucking course that's what you experience, because that's what you would
Wanted, right?
feel.
That's what you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, well, not even wanted. That's all you can bring to you, because you would never take little you and say, I'm throwing a rapist in your reality. You would never do that. And more than that, you're watching a TV screen, you're seeing riots, and you ask yourself, would I do that? Would I riot? Would I get so angry that I would tip somebody's car over and riot and burn people's build? Would I do that? No. Well, then it's never going to come your way. It cannot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about when I was nomading, and I'm like, ugh. And it's like, if I had remembered this, because I knew this back then, but I forgot about it, and that's divine, whatever. But would I harm myself out there while I'm nomading? Would I make me run out of gas, and would I do that to me? Would I do that to my grandson? Of course not. So it cannot come into your reality. It cannot. And if anything of 60 years has taught me anything, it's taught me this of God, I didn't literally live in my car, but I did. I always ended up in a wonderful place. Always, 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 always. I've been in the moment where I'm in my car going, where the hell am I going to spend tonight? Where am I going?
Mm-hmm.
But it always worked out. Fucking always. And I've never, ever, ever, I get very passionate about this. I never, ever in 60 years, even though I have memories that say, well, there was this one time, but even my memories, I can go, yeah, but did I truly get hurt?
Exactly.
Did I? Exactly. And even my memories.
Look at me here,
not,
here right now. I'm safe. I'm happy. That everything led to this moment, and everything's good.
Yeah. And so, when I'm like with these people, well, of course, all you had was a wonderful time. And they're like, oh, we owe America an apology. I'm like, no, you don't. You owe yourself an apology. But you weren't in America. You weren't in America. You were just life. You were walking through life, bringing to you exactly what you would always bring to you because you love you that much. Oh, the big thing happening right now is and I knew this years ago. I knew this. I forgot it, but I knew it. I would never, ever, and I wouldn't create a manifestation technique that requires
anything of you.
And yes, any of the bullshit, any of the effort, any of the hacks. Never do that to me.
Anything that requires you to be less than excited or, joyful or have fun with it. No, you're not required to do any of that. You don't have to price for any of that.
Would require that of me. I would never do that to me. I would if I, hands in the clay, I would make the easiest, most fun, most outrageously amazing life. That's what I would create for me. That would be the movie and the props and everything. And if I look at it, it's like, well, duh, what do you think? Look around, girl. Look the fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like you, keep looking at this, what's behind me. My God. If I think of all the times I wanted this, that I was driving down my street into my house going, I just want to live in the mountains with trees and ta-da. And you can't get more specific than saying, and I just want Jeffrey Pines in my yard. And that's what I've got. 100,000 Jeffrey Pines. And I never knew what a Jeffrey Pine was prior to that. And yeah, created them all. And they're huge. They're freaking huge. I mean, hey up there.
Wow.
And then, wow. Oh my God. Yeah. But I love that. And that was something long time ago. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but we had the Rodney King trial. And this was the 80s, late 90s or early 90s. And what happened was a black man in LA was beat to shit by these police officers, and all white. And so the whole thing went to trial, and to bring justice. And so, of course, everybody's focused in on it. And everybody wants these white guys to get their comeuppance. And it didn't happen. And the whole thing was thrown out. And so what happened, because the minute that verdict was out, the entire Black community around the world went apeshit and started riots, huge riots, burning down people's building, any white people, including foreigners, businesses, their little mom and pop businesses. They were turning cars over with people in them. I mean, they hit the streets and just went nuts. And the crazy thing was watching it was happening around the world. It was happening, of course, all over the world. And the next day I was talking with my friend who had taught me how to channel. And she was in a channeled state, and I was talking to the beings and I said something about it. And they had said in that moment, they're like, well, hold on. Would you ever riot? Would you be one of these people blowing things up and harming people? And I'm like, no. And he's like, then don't worry about it. Go on to the next subject. And that was it for me. I was like, oh my God, you're right. And they're always constantly, you are the creator. You are the creator of your reality. They're like, you have all this TV screen out here. You're watching this entertaining stuff. Yeah. But would you ever bring that to you? And I was like, oh, well, 20 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, huh? You know how we feel about that? And I'm like, okay. But, and it was just it just answered everything. This is why I can go take a walk in the middle of the night. This is why I can take off with my backpack and by myself and go set up in the middle of the forest and not worry about Sasquatch. My girlfriend, she's like, oh, you're in Sasquatch country. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
And you mentioned it tonight. She was like, whoa. You mentioned it to her. So. Yeah.
Funny.
It's the same, right? Like when you went out nomading during COVID, or even when I went traveling during COVID, that was crazy. Like no one was, the whole flight was empty, and I got the special permission to travel to Germany in 21. And the whole time I was thinking, okay, I'm traveling across countries and no one's traveling right now. What kind of state do I want to be in my mind? And you could just easily be in that state that, ooh, this is dangerous, this is whatever. Or you could be like, no, it's all good. It's all good. Ooh, I love the wind in the background. I'm going, and like just that well-being that
that has a name. I can't remember it. It starts with a PS, but that has a name. That the wind in the trees and how it makes you feel. Oh,
same. The curtains here right behind the screen are also moving and swaying. So we are always manifesting. You and I are always manifesting amazing, beautiful lives.
Right? And yeah.
What else do we want? Like this is just
this is just, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna bring up that time I was in the airport and everything was canceled.
Oh yeah.
Everybody I was talking to, they were having the hardships. They were having, I can't get a flight, blah, 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 blah. But was that happening to me? No, because I would never bring that to me. I would never strand myself. I would never do that to me. And so, and I wasn't thinking this, but that's exactly what I experienced. I experienced 12 hours of so much fun, so much ease, just one thing after another working out for me. And
that's the fun stuff. Like we love ourselves, or we're so protected and loved, and that as we move out into the world or into any venture, anything that we want to do, that it will all work out one way or the other. We are just bringing to us great experiences and showing ourselves, hey, this is what I could do. See, look how fun this was. Because there's a part of, like, in even Abraham's teachings or whoever's teaching, it's like, okay, practice gratitude, practice, uh, or send out love to where you're going, or pre-pave. There used to
Yeah,
be a thing,
that's it.
this exercise,
Yeah.
pre-paving. Abraham Hicks would say that, okay, pre-pave what you want. And I get setting the intention. I get that before you do something, you're like, okay, what am I here for? What do I want from this? I get that. But I would get into that zone. Okay, let me pre-pave that. What do I want from this? What do I want from that? Like, wouldn't that be fun? And again, it feels like you are robbing yourself of the joy and the freedom of the new moment, right? Of
Ooh.
what's gonna happen. Isn't that spontaneity? I think you love it. I love it when you just step out, go somewhere, and you're just like, ooh, what's around the corner? What's gonna happen? You're not pre-paving, right? You're not pre-paving that there's gonna be a bench there, or is there a river there, or what? It's
The
just like,
flower, the
yeah,
random
there
flower
better
that
be a
go,
butterfly. There's a manifest a butterfly around here. You're not pre-paving any of
yeah,
that. You're just
yeah,
excited.
that's I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's that energy of I don't know. Yeah, and it like your whole experience in Amsterdam, you couldn't have pre-paved that if you wanted. You didn't know what to pre-pave, you know?
And that's such a different Amsterdam. I'm so sure. Like, if I tell that to people, like, that was the experience that I had in Amsterdam, where I had no idea where I'm going. I'm just with my bike. I'm following this trail. I don't know where I'm going. And only when I really got hungry, then I was like, okay, now I should look for a restaurant. And then I found the cutest little
Yeah,
restaurant.
restaurant.
Yeah.
I'll be out driving in the middle of nowhere and I'm like, oh, I gotta pee. And what shows up out of nowhere, you know?
This is so many times. This is so crazy. This happened
So
recently that we, so my brother and I were going to pick Thomas up from the airport. I was there 1 week before Thomas arrived, and it's like 2 hours away from where my parents stay. So he and I were going, and I wanted to go a bit earlier. It's a bigger city or a bigger town, and I thought we could stop by at a cafe and spend some time and have a good coffee, and then pick him up. His flight was in the evening, but it turned out that it didn't make sense to go into the town. You just kind of bypass the town and go to the airport, and there's not much there. We've been around that area. We know the few decentish restaurants there. There's no cafe. And because I had handpicked a few cafes in the town, and then later when I saw that, everyone was like, no, that doesn't make sense. You'll have to take the toll road and spend another hour. So I was like, oh, I really wanted this whole experience of going to a nice cafe and enjoying my coffee, and there must then, because there's one road that leads to the airport, and the airport authority or the government has made that road, uh, like, it's lined up with certain stores and restaurants, and it's that one path. And I know that path. There's nothing exciting on that path. Nothing new in that path. So I was like, it can't be. There must be some cafe around there. It has to be some cafe. Because I was then tapping into my magic that no, there must be some cafe around there that I really want to spend some time with. And then lo and behold, there was one that showed up on Google Maps, which is not on that path, but there are still people living in that area. So you kind of get off the path, you enter the residential area, or more like a countryside area, and there's this one cafe, and I said, okay, we have time, let's just go here. My brother's like, yeah, we've never been there. It's like, it's fine. What did he say? He said, we know that these places are good for stopping over. I was like, how did you find those new places? You go there for the first time. Someday you go and explore a place for the first time. Like, let's try this place out. And it's a little bit inside, and narrow roads, and there's more traffic. But this turns out like this tiny little cafe in the middle of nowhere, and it has exactly the kind of vibe I wanted. It had good coffee, it had good food, and it had the exact music that I play at home. I was, I was just smiling. I was like, okay, I created this. Like,
yeah.
literally, it's me. It's the home cafe that I set up here when I invited my friends over. It's exactly that.
Yes.
There that it kind of popped up, and my brother was also surprised, and he asked the people, is this a new cafe? Have you recently opened up? He's like, no, it's been 3 years already. I was like, oh, Of course, of course, like this is something that showed up and it was so fun because I know I created that. I know I just
See?
put
And
that
look
up.
at the energy. You were like, oh, we're not going to find anything. Yes, I am. All right. All over the place. And you still did it.
I still found it. I was not sure if it's really still going to be good leading up to that, but I did have a great time. It was perfect. But
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't prepare anything. I didn't prepare music. I didn't prepare anything. I was just like, I'm going to see what is there and know if it's good or not. That's it.
Yeah. I have a talk today at 1 o'clock with an old friend. And
Mhm.
and I was telling her this exact same thing, but she was talking about how she has this great little farm up in Washington, and she knew she wasn't going to get any baby chicks this year, and she was just like, that's just the way it is. Every year we get new baby chicks, but this year it's not going to happen because XYZ was happening, so it's not going to happen this year. Well, sure enough, she's out walking and she hears a little peep peep peeps, and she goes off in this area, and here she one of actually it was her neighbor's hen that has kind of adopted them,
Yeah.
is buried in these weeds, and she's got 12 new baby chicks.
Wow.
I know. And I said, see, this is proof that even though you're sure it isn't going to happen, it can still manifest. And you weren't vibrating anywhere but other than, no, it's not going to happen. And it still happened. And she goes, oh, we need to talk about this because there's a lot more into this manifestation than, and I'm like, okay, Wednesday, 1 o'clock, you and I are going to talk.
Wow.
And she's one of my babies. When I was running the horse ranch, she came there. She was 7 years old, little girl, tiny little, and she was like my mini me. She followed me everywhere. And I taught her how to ride a horse and everything. And in fact, and then years later, when I was trying to break one of my horses, my baby horses, she was the first one to get on, and she got knocked off and everything. And I mean, we had quite the experience. And now she's, all grown and has her own kids, and it's just so crazy. It's so crazy. So I'm excited to talk with her today.
So nice. And that's again, it just goes on to show how much we are loved. How much, even if you say no, this is not gonna happen. I
Not
don't
gonna,
believe
yeah,
you wish for it, probably secretly. I hoped that we would have baby chicks. Maybe that's what she
oh,
wanted. Yeah,
yes,
but it's not gonna happen. And then there it is.
there it is.
That's how
There,
much love. There's no.
and not just one, 12. Talk about abundance. Without her wanting it, without trying, without having any hope it was going to happen. Zero hope. No hope.
No hope.
No pre-paving, no nothing, no process.
Nothing. Just and it's not that anything is required, but I just want to like soak up or savor this feeling of that's how much we're loved. That's how much nothing is required of us to prove or to show or to do or to be worthy of it. No vibrating right, no thinking right, no efforting right, just doing what feels good maybe. Or just even if it doesn't feel good, just doing you. Right?
Yes. Asking yourself, would I require that of me? Would I create something like that for me? No. Okay. Then don't worry about it. Let it go. You can see it out there. You can see it out there on the TV screen. That's your world around you. But it's not coming to you. It can't. It's not even that it's not. It's not even that you're loved that much. It's that it cannot, because you are here with this is how much I love me, and all that's down here, and it just ain't never gonna line up. Never ever gonna line up.
Somewhere else. So other
And it's just like, I mean, you could be in a plane that's going down, people next to you dying, people in front of you dying, and you get to sit there and go, I wouldn't do this to me, so not worried about it. I'm gonna scroll now. I'm going back to my doom scrolling while everything around me is
even if you don't believe that you would not do this to yourself, because like you can be very hard pressed on like this can't happen. I don't think this will happen.
yeah.
It would still happen for you because that's how good you are, and that's how much you're loved, and that's how things are working out for you all the time. And
Yeah.
how
Who you are naturally. There's our naturally. Is who you are naturally. You are naturally. And that was that video I did recently where I was like, you're abundant. You are naturally abundant. You are naturally wealthy. You're naturally all of these things. Trust or not. But what are you giving yourself the impression you're trusting in? What are you giving yourself the impression that you're confident in? Even though that's not true, that's the game you're playing.
Mhm.
You are naturally confident. You are naturally wealthy. So wealthy. It's just, what are you looking around going, oh, I'm wealthy in poverty? Okay.
Yeah.
Here you, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Here you go. But that's not what's going to come your
You
way.
just have an evidence of it, but it's still not true. The poverty, like it's since you want to experience, or it's still since you want that evidence that okay, maybe you really want to see it. There you go, but it's not true. You
Yeah.
are still abundant. You're still loved. You're still beautiful. You're still like things are working out for you in all ways. You're so embraced in life.
Yeah. You are so, and it's you. It's, and that's what's nice is because if you say, I'm loved by source, it's like, well, where is source telling me it loves me? I want to hear the words. I want to see it face to face and talk to it.
Yeah.
But when you realize it's you, you
Yeah.
get to check in immediately. You get to feel, oh, would I do that to me? Oh, no, I wouldn't. Okay, there it is. It's that instant. You get your feedback right away. You get your proof immediately.
Hmm.
You get to check it too and go, would I do that? That's like, even I got sucked into this paranormal I don't know, it was like an Instagram.
Oh yeah, you were mentioning, yeah,
Yeah.
one of the YouTube, right? That you,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's so funny. And I mean, I was getting where I was like, oh, I can't sleep at night.
yeah.
And so I walk away. But part of my walking away was, if I was one of those ghosts, would I do that? No. Would I scare her? Would I slam this door in this guy's face? And would I? No, I would never do that. If I was, floating around as a ghost, I would never behave that way. So now I know that's can't come my way. It never ever can come my way. And it's so easy to have memories manifest right now, memories to prove that that's not true. Because I lived in a haunted house. But then again, I'm like, yeah, but did I get hurt? Did I ever get hurt? Did I ever have a jump scare? Did I ever have something that really freaked me out, made me want to run away? No. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You
There you
have
go.
chickadees all around you.
Are you my chickadees? Chickadee. And I video on them. They're called chickadees because that's the sound they make. They go chickadee.
Oh my. What a one. I will look it up. Well, I don't
Oh,
know where
oh
did
my, they are so cute. They actually, and I've said this before, when I'm hiking, I listen to them. Because if they just go chickadee dee, then all is well. But if they draw out the D, if they're going chickadee dee 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 dee, that's letting you know there's a predator around. And yeah, it is so cool. They make 15 different sounds. It's not just chickadee. They have a cheeseburger sound. They have all these different sounds. And my grandson loves. He comes up here and he talks to them,
Oh, I
and they talk back. They come and they'll land near him and they get this conversation going, and they're the little social butterflies. They're just so I got a bunch of them right there. They're always, whether it's winter, where they're always out and about. And I had that one video I did where I was in the jacuzzi, and all of a sudden the tree behind me got full of birds, and they were all really chatter chatter chatter. Those were all chickadees. They're so funny. They're so little. They're so funny. And they hop around on the trees and the branches like upside down, getting insects. They're so cute.
think you made a video for me, and there they were there, or you were talking to one of them,
Yeah.
or we had a call, and you were like, "Okay, there it is," or it was, yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
I love them. They're so, I mean, we have some really amazing birds up here. God, the eagle. And we have so many amazing birds, but the chickadees are my favorite. And there's so many of them. You can't. I can never be outside without seeing them. And they're, it's like the eagle's cool. You get to see them once in a while.
Yeah.
But these guys, talk about abundance. There's
Abundance. So
so
much
much.
abundance. We are abundant.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so-
you and I are talking about, I love the whole, I would never bring that to me. I'd never do that.
yeah.
So I don't worry about that anymore. I get to let that one go.
I mean, it's not even, I would never do that. It's just that I love myself so much. Like, it won't even be a thought
Yeah.
that occurs to me, right? I love myself so much, or love that version of me so much that I would just create the perfect path for me to, have a fun, joyous experience. And maybe that version of me, or this current version of me, doesn't see the path yet or what's next. There's the fun, there's the surprise and everything, but beautiful things are laid out all over for you to just play.
At night, you knew this.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Oh, I wish.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna head for dinner now, but I want to say thank you. This was so good. This feels like a shot of espresso. Didn't have coffee, but still, I know
Yes.
the shot of sunshine. It feels like a shot of sunshine.
There you go. Oh my God. We're supposed to be going into a nice little heat wave. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you just surf it.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't it amazing that just back in March, which wasn't that long ago,
Yeah.
I talking with you, I had the text from the owner saying, we're selling the place. And in that time, that just because I was like, no, 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 I'm not
Mhm.
available.
Yeah.
And no, didn't happen.
It's not happening. It's
No.
not happening till you decide. Till you
Yeah.
decide, okay, I'm done with this place.
Yeah.
Like,
And
or you find something more interesting. It's not even that. You don't even have to make a decision. It's all
yeah,
fun. It's all
yeah.
good.
It's it's in the hands of the one that, and when I'm trying to find her, this version of me that would never do that, I love thinking that she's the one that brings to me my dreams. She's the one that says, "Oh, this is what we really want. We want to be the owner of a $1 billion company. We want to do this. We want to do that." I'm like, "Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, I'll do that. We'll do that. Would you like to have this? Yeah. Okay. Or no. Okay.
Wow. To have that conversation, because some desires are so uniquely your own. No one else would want these pine trees around them, these particular pine trees, right?
Yeah. Bugs? Nah.
But some desires are so uniquely yours that just come to you from that version.
Yeah.
And
I have new neighbors and her husband and her sons. They don't like bears. They don't they don't like spiders. One of
yeah.
the boys was upstairs and there was a spider near his bed, so he slept downstairs. And I'm like, "Do you really think there's no spider upstairs too?" And I'm like,
Yeah. Good.
all right, my dear.
Thank you so much, Kristen. This was so nice. I was like, I wasn't sure if you're headed to the gym or what's happening. So I was like, let me just make sure that you see my message that if you're free, we can hop on a call today. But
Yes.
so I was like, yeah, let me just call her up. And then I was like, oh, I hope I didn't wake you up. But yeah.
There's no way. I wish I could be asleep at 6, but no way. I did go to the gym because of the whole bear action last night. We were up late and we were just like, "Oh my God, there's baby bears." And we both were like, "I'm not going to the gym tomorrow." But I was still awake.
I'm just enjoying looking at you here. This is with the wind in your hair and the trees and the
I
sun.
know.
It's so beautiful. No, it's beautiful. It's really, it feels.
And there's an ant on my screen. He's climbing up my iPad.
Of course there, isn't it?
It's just,
Uh,
it's so surreal. It really is. And what you and I talked about, me not worrying. You can let that go. You can worry if you want, if you like it. No, I
yeah.
don't like it. Then let it go.
Be here. Be
No.
here right now and enjoy it, right? It's like that is a state that is available, and this is a state that is available. That location is available, this location. I like this so much more. Let's just be here.
I know. Going back to you years ago saying, what he's
You-
asking you
you-
to do that. Think that way, feel that way. Oh my God. And I just, you don't go anywhere. You want to go to dinner, but no.
right here.
This
Mm.
tree right, just this guy right here. If you look at how many different colors of green, just there's probably at least 15 different shades of green that I can pick out, and there's probably more.
I love
But that
this.
guy, and I was joking that he's trying really hard to shoot for the pine trees. He's like, I'm coming for you. You pine trees are so tall. I'm coming for you. And I've watched this guy grow over all these years, go from tiny to, but I just love him. It's a maple tree.
Yeah.
And he's just right here. Oh, I love that tree
And
so much.
it's so vibrant and it's just moving around, jumping around. It's
Oh, Theo
oh
calls that
so
clapping,
pretty.
clap their leaves.
That's so pretty.
Oh, there's actually three of them right there, and it looks like one. But I just, yeah, sitting right here, it's such a neon green. And then in the fall, its leaves turn very orange and red. And like these guys back here, their green it's very dark, very forest green.
Mhm.
But that guy is just, oh, I just
Feels
love
like a young energy and it
it.
just wants to climb up and it's swaying
Yeah.
around. It just feels fresh.
Yeah. I'm always just looking at that tree. I love the green. And I mean, it was just a month ago. It had no leaves. There was no leaves. It was just branches, bare branches. Now it's got all its new fancy leaves.
I would do the same. I would sit right there and
Oh
watch
yeah.
birds.
We would sit here with our coffee and talk forever.
Yeah.
And then coming out here at night, coming out here, and it's just clear sky above with stars, and it's usually so freaking quiet, like crazy, crazy, crazy quiet. And you just
And
sitting
it's
here.
different, right? There's a smell, there's a scent of trees at night. I don't know what that, there's a very faint smell that is so pleasing that I really, really enjoy at night when you're out for a walk.
That's my neighbor was just saying that yesterday. He goes, I love the way it smells up here. And I'm like, in fact, when I took the chair over to the camp host lady, she was saying the same thing. She goes, the smell up here. I'm like, what is it you guys are smelling that I don't know? But
You're so used to it.
I
Yeah.
know. But her actually, I mean, because this tree right there, this guy right there,
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
got that's a Jeffrey pine. I mean, and that's a Jeffrey pine. And I can go right here and touch him and blah, blah, blah. He's right here. I can reach out and smell him. Oh, yeah. And that's right there. That's what I wanted.
Mhm.
I wanted Jeffrey Pines. I was like, and it felt so ridiculous to say, okay, if you bring me a house in the mountains by a lake, oh, I want Jeffrey Pines, but I'm not going to expect it because that seems like I'm adding too much, right? That's a specific one, and you got to let go of those specific ones. There's so many people out there that say that, and I'm like, bullshit. And my God, every single one of these flipping pine trees, all of them, those are all Jeffrey Pines. These big guys behind me, all of those. That's all Jeffrey Pines. And that's when it's hot, they give off that smell. Some people smell butterscotch, some people smell vanilla. My grandson smells bubblegum. And
Of course he does.
I think that's what they're smelling. I think that's what they're smelling. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I We also have some pines here in India up
Well,
in when you go up the mountains, and you can just feel it. There's this very distinct scent when you're up in the mountains. You just smell it, and you know that you're approaching the mountains. It just
yeah,
feels so good.
there's times when I'm out and I get the smell. There's a pine tree smell that has nothing to do with vanilla or anything. It's just pine tree. It's just I think it's coming out of the ground with all the pine needle.
Yeah.
And it's just I'll stop. I'll be mid step and I'm like, oh, back up. Oh, there's that sun. I just sit there. I'm like, oh, oh, oh.
The drug.
And we are above the clouds. Literally, you can go drive to go to the store or whatever, and you're looking out over the clouds. You're looking out. This is daily basis. And and I think that's part of it too. There's just this fresh,
Yeah.
clean.
I'm sure you must have also smelled eucalyptus.
Oh
Have you?
yeah. Oh
Right?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
Where
love
I live
that.
in Ventura, it's very all eucalyptus.
I really love that fragrance as well. There's a time when it sheds its leaves as well. What happened?
I said cat pee because it smells like cat pee.
It doesn't. I don't know what cat pee smells like, but
Eucalyptus has a really great smell. It does. But if you're driving by a eucalyptus orchard, it smells like cat pee.
okay, I've not done that yet. I've just passed by a lane of eucalyptus trees and I really like that. Cat pee, I have no idea. But I really enjoy it when there's this time where it sheds its leaves and then it's all over the road. And when you walk on those dry leaves and it just smells so
Yeah.
beautiful, I really like that.
That's supposed to be really good for like insect repellent and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know eucalyptus that's a very strong smell.
It's very strong. I really
You know,
like it.
and now I don't know this for sure, but they all originated in Australia.
Yes,
Eucalyptus, yeah.
yes.
And they bring
They're an invasive species. Like they take too much water. They're not good for the soil as such where they are, but I really like it. So I mean,
they use them as a windbreak for orchards or fields. Yeah, so they so you can see the separation and they act as a windbreak.
oh, okay.
So yeah, they're everywhere where I used to live by the beach.
Bark as well is so beautiful. This like it's so smooth, and there's
Yeah.
one variety which has a lot of colors.
Yeah. Well, and it twists as it grows.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's pretty. Have you
Yeah.
ever been to the red forest in the US?
Yes, redwoods.
Redwoods. It's something that it's like one of my bucket list things.
Well, I'd like two of them. We've got the redwoods up in Northern California, and then we've got sequoia,
Okay.
which is giant sequoias. That's the one where you see people standing there and they've got this enormous tree behind them. And I've gone there many times, and I've camped there and oh, you want to talk about this? See, this is similar to when I was at Devil's Tower, where
Yeah, I
you're
love
yeah,
that part because you were so excited about the Devil's Tower. I was like, whoa, what is this place? I looked it up.
oh, so crazy. And I know, and Caroline's like, well, we're gonna have to do this. I'm like, yeah, that's a must. That's not a let's think about it. No, that's a must. You must do that.
Yes.
Because it's just you literally are, I don't know what it is, but the energy is so it's another world. You literally feel like you've gone to another world and you're standing in the presence of a being you have never experienced before. It's such a foreign energy. It's such a foreign frequency. And you can you're just like, wow. And yes, giant sequoias, the exact same thing. You're just like, what? This is and if you're standing there around 3 or 4 of these trees, you're just this little ant, and they are so freaking humongous. But it's this energy, it's this frequency they're putting off that is just like I've got a sequoia just right across the street. And somebody goes, "You have a giant sequoia." I'm like, "That's not a giant sequoia. It's just a sequoia." "Oh, my app says it's a giant sequoia." "Okay, fine, whatever. That's not a giant. It's a regular."
Yes.
But and you can. That's got nothing. I love them. I love sequoias, but that doesn't have
That's
that.
something
What the
shouldn't.
fuck? Yeah.
I felt like that. I think if that's the same feeling, I felt like that when we were in Norway and in Tromso, and we took this cruise boat up further north to see the sharks or see the whale or something like that. But we were like at the northest. At some point, Thomas was like, "This is as north as we've ever been in our life, probably," and it just felt like this crazy like
Yeah.
in words. We're just in the middle of
Yeah.
the
It's a
ocean.
new frequency.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it feels like to me. It's just a new frequency. I've never experienced this feeling of this energy before, and it's so new that I mean, because I think we
Okay.
experience new frequencies all the time, but it's so new. It's so far outside anything you've ever experienced.
But alien, right? Like, okay, what
Yeah,
is this?
yes,
Very different.
yes, and and I don't know if I put this out. I made a video like this. I was like, "That's first contact."
Ooh.
You're Yes, that's first contact. You're not gonna meet an alien. This isn't gonna happen. Like you are meeting an alien, and it's here on, you could say, on this earth. Yeah, that's first contact.
Like it broke my brain a second. Like, wow.
Yeah. Did you go see Disclosure Date or whatever it was? Did you go see the new movie Steven Spielberg?
No, I haven't. You told me it's not good. I haven't. Yeah.
Like I just, the movie Arrival. You've
Mm.
seen that.
No, I haven't seen it. I know it's a
Look,
really good movie. I know I have to watch it.
that's, yeah. Like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's amazing because that's a great Steven Spielberg movie. And then Arrival is break your brain. That's a break your brain movie. And it's so good. It's so good. It still has to have the, everybody wanting to do war. Still has to do that
Yeah.
shit. But the positivity, the amazingness, the thinking so far outside the box of what an alien could look like and be like and interact with you like, it just made it so good. Even my older brother, who's the skeptic of skeptics, he loved it. He was just like, "Oh, we have to talk about this sometime." I'm like, "Okay, okay." But it's so, just their way of interacting with memories and time and everything is just so next thought level. And it's like Steven Spielberg's most recent one is just such a step backwards. Like you said, going back to your old, it was so bad. It was so,
So, I was really looking forward to it, but once you mentioned, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch that.
I was too. It was such a letdown. It was such a fucking letdown. I'm like, the end credits are rolling, and I'm like, oh,
That was that.
I want my money back.
Mhm.
Oh, that was so bad. I
This-
kept waiting. I kept waiting for it to get good. I kept waiting.
no.
Like, this can't be it. This can't be it. It was so bad. It was like there's no way Steven Spielberg wrote this. There's no way. Yeah.
Okay. This Friday we're going to watch Odyssey, which is by
Oh,
Christopher Nolan, and it's
yeah.
supposed to be like one of his like biggest works so far because he
Yeah.
shot it all in IMAX, like with the big camera, and you're supposed to watch it on the big screen. So I'm quite excited about it. If it's good, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I have my hopes high, and I I think that would be a movie for you to watch, like in a
Yes,
good
I know.
epic
Yeah,
epic proportion.
you guys should watch Arrival. You guys, I mean, yeah,
I will.
that's it's so good.
Amazing.
It's such a brain breaker.
I'm excited to watch it now. I'm gonna watch it. I love your jar. I love your sipper jar. It's so sparkly. Very pretty.
I
It's so
know.
cute.
It goes with me everywhere. Everywhere.
Is it like 2 liters? How much water comes in there?
I have no idea.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's big.
Probably 1 liter. Please, definitely 1 liter.
It's definitely one for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It for sure is one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if it was two, but yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna take your leave now.
I know.
Thank you so much for this. It was so nice.
I know. I know. I know. We always have the best.
Yeah.
Yes. And see, this is what I shoot for when I do my videos. And if it's not at this level, I delete it.
Totally fine.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Delete, 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 delete.
I'll post it, definitely. I really I just like the vibe. We had such a nice conversation. It's like I'm sitting there with you.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
You really are.
yeah. Really am.
Especially if I'm up on the big screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is beautiful. That I really loved it. So when the because you were not there for the first few minutes, I was like, whoa, this is so good. You're just getting to like on the big screen, getting to see the trees and everything. So this has made it even better, like to see you, watch you in your element in
Oh,
trees.
love it. Love it. Yeah. I don't need more than this. As far as seeing more than this. I don't need to be at the beach. I've done that. I don't need to be in the desert. I've done that. I just love this. And so many people are just like the owner, she was just like, make sure when you leave, you turn the alarm on the house. And I said, okay, well, when I leave, I'll do that. And she goes, well, you haven't turned the alarm on in over a month. And I'm like, well, that's because I haven't gone anywhere. Really? Because she's always leaving her house and going everywhere. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why would I? It's perfect here. And she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Why would you?
That's what you see on the World Cup videos where people are like, they're criticizing the Americans, saying, because they never go anywhere, and then they're like, well, now we know why.
Yeah. And then America is so huge. Like you don't need to step out. You don't have to travel out. It's just so big. It's crazy.
It really is, especially listening to somebody talking about they're flying from New York down to Texas, and it's like, we've been sitting in the airplane for 4 hours and we still have another couple of hours to go. How big is the United States? And it's like, yeah, you're only going through half of it.
Yeah.
Going.
Easy.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Thank you so much, Kristen. I'll say bye. I'll see you sometime soon. I love this.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, baby.